What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is time for the weekly fragrance rotation number 43. Let's hop into it. This week, I did kind of switch things up. I reached back into the collection and wore a lot of fragrances that I haven't worn in a while. Starting off on Sunday, I went with Just Me for Men by Paris Hilton. I've talked about this one a good amount. This is an Acqua di Gio cologne. It is one of the best that you can buy. Unfortunately, I just found out that this is discontinued. They do not make this one anymore. An absolute shame. So you might have to just go with Perry Ellis 360 Red instead. But this one on the top, it's more of a fruitier version of Acqua di Gio. So you get a lot of fruit in the opening. As it dries down, it becomes a little fresh spicy. You get a blast of this aquatic nature. In the base, you get some nice clean woods. Performance is solid. About 6 hours of performance. Kind of the same as the original Acqua di Gio. Big compliment getter. You used to be able to buy this one for around $20. Last time I looked, you could get it on eBay in that $40 range. I will say at that price point, not worth it. But if you happen to find this one anywhere in that $20 range, 100% worth the pickup. Again, Just Me for Men by Paris Hilton. On Monday, I went with Versace Eros. It has been such a long time since I have worn this fragrance. It's always just sat on the shelf. I always look at it, but I've never actually reached for it. So I decided to wear it on Monday, and it's still good. It's still a good fragrance. I will say it didn't like blow me away or anything. And the opening is very fruity with some apple, and you get some fresh spiciness from some mint as it dries down. This is a vanilla bomb. You get a lot of vanilla in the base along with some woods. Performance is good, 7 to 8 hours of performance. It's a good date night fragrance in my personal opinion. It was pretty nice revisiting this one. On Monday, Versace Eros. On Tuesday, I went with Always True Homme by True Religion. I'm gonna be honest, on Tuesday, my allergies were absolutely killing me. I couldn't even really smell anything. All I knew is I wanted to wear something super light, fresh, airy. Went with this one right here. This one is growing on me. In the opening, it's very fresh, citrusy. It's a little spicy. As it dries down, you pick up a very clean musk. It kind of has like a creamy aspect to it as well. Woods in the base. Performance, nothing special. I would say you probably get about 4, maybe 5 hours of performance. If you're looking for a very fresh, clean, musky kind of fragrance and you don't want to spend a lot of money, this could be a good option to go with. Again, on Tuesday, Always True Homme. On Wednesday, I went with Hugo Boss The Scent. Like I said, I wanted to reach back in the collection. I haven't worn this one in a few months, and the opening is very citrusy and fresh. As it dries down, you pick up that signature Maninka fruit. So it has kind of like this very dark, sticky sweetness. The way I describe this is imagine like the sweetness from a date, because a lot of people don't really know what Maninka fruit is. But a lot of people know what dates are. So imagine like that sticky, sugary, sweet date smell. It's a little fresh from some lavender as well. But in the base, you get leather and woods. This is kind of like a dark, sweet, fruity, leathery, woody fragrance. But it's also fresh at the same time. There's a lot of stuff going on with this fragrance. I'm going to be honest, it's not one of my favorites in my collection, but it does smell pretty decent. I definitely need to check out the flankers because I hear the flankers are really solid. But on Wednesday, Hugo Boss The Scent. On Thursday, Carolina Herrera Bad Boy Cobalt. You guys already know I gotta wear this one almost every single week because it is that good. My favorite blue in my collection, but you guys already knew that. In the opening, very fresh, aromatic, spicy. As it dries down, you get a blast of plum, giving it this fruity sweetness. Clean cedarwood in the base. Performance is really good. 12, 14 hours of performance. Big compliment getter. I've talked about this one so much. You guys already know about it. But again, on Thursday, Carolina Herrera, Bad Boy Cobalt. On Friday, I went with Azzaro The Most Wanted. Had a little movie date night on Friday. Decided to bust this one out. This is honestly one of the best date night fragrances that you could go with. In the opening, you get cardamom, so very warm, spicy. But as it dries down, you get hit with a blast of toffee. This stuff is a toffee bomb. So it has that very candied toffee sweetness. Amberwood in the base. Performance is solid. I get about 7, 8 hours of performance. Huge compliment getter, guys. If you want to turn heads, this is a fantastic option to go with. But again, on Friday, Azzaro The Most Wanted. And wrapping the week up on Saturday, I went with Mont Blanc Legend. It has been so long since I have worn this fragrance. I would say it's been at least 1 to 2 years since I've actually worn this stuff. I saw it sitting around and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear that one today, and man, was this stuff enjoyable. If you don't know, this one smells like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, but for half the price. In the opening, it is very fresh, aromatics, a little fruity. As it dries down, it becomes a little spicy. You get some sweetness, and then in the base, you get this tonka bean sandalwood combo. Really nice stuff. Big compliment getter, obviously. Performance is actually solid. I was surprised when I was wearing this because I didn't remember it having such good performance. I got 7 to 8 hours of performance out of this one. If you want that Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce DNA, this is probably one of the best options to go with if you want to save a little bit of money. But again, on Saturday, Mont Blanc legend. All right, that wraps up the video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys wore this week. It's always fun checking out what you guys have worn. I will see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace.